So let's begin with the big picture today. Again today we opened in the middle of this kind of consolidation range, unable to go to break out or break down this level. As soon as it was testing, it was got bought. Let's see today if we have any support here and then a rally back up, or if we finally going to break down this kind of trend, let's say, or wedge, and retest lower prices like 500 or even lower. Again, if we hold above, as I said in yesterday's video, we can see further upside. Here on the 1 minute chart, we are consolidating sideways. Let's see which side of this initial balance will break. If we break to the downside and we go for a 600 retest, or if we hold above this and we go for a 800 retest. So actually bought this flash down move at the open here at the initial balance low support and close to 700. Let's see if we have a breakout now and we'll go for a upside retest up to 800. So I bought again here at the pullback, scale out previous position right here. Let's see this critical level right here. If we break out this and days open price, we'll go for this gap fill and even higher at 800s, towards 800s at least. So price held support here but haven't broke out yet. What we like to see is breakout of this VWAP and this open price, hold above this area right here and then retest higher prices. This is how I traded this. I scalped it here, long here, scaled out 3 positions, long here, scaled out 2 positions and leaving the rest for the potentially upside. So price took me out to break even right here and I immediately bought again. Let's see if this support finally will give us the breakout we want. Very nice support area, you can see here all the time at 700 or even a little bit higher. Got bought. Let's see if this will continue with a breakout of this area and go up to 790. So I'm looking for this kind of breakout and move upwards. So we can see price fighting this level. Let's see if it will break to the downside, and I would like to short it here. But again, it's getting bought all the time, so let's see. So we have a breakdown right here. Let's see if it pulls back and hold the resistance around this area. So I would like to short it here. Again, I shorted it initially, but I got stopped out at this rebound. So let's see how further down can this go. Failed to hold this support right here. Multiple trials until it dropped. Let's see. We can see here very slow price action but directional as soon as this 700 drop. I shorted that here but I stopped it because I thought the pullback bigger than expected could happen, so I could short it up here. So I missed the short, but again you can see how many times I bought this one right here. You can see how many times I scaled it out right here. Imagine if I was holding for a biased mindset to hold this up to 800 as I was explaining, then I would have done no profit. So I shorted up here and closed it for at this kind of rebound here because I thought it's going to go further upside, so I could short it here at 700. Let's see if this happens though. Very nice trades so far, but I would like to short a pullback right here, but again we can wait for later as well. Now we held support at this very important buying area from 3 days ago. We can see here every time we broke through even slightly, we held support. Let's see if today is going to be the case as well. So we can see here price held this kind of low retest after the turn of the hour of initial balance low. Let's see if we have this kind of pattern up here, and we like to short it around this area for a potential move to the downside. Again, the more we hold here, we have 75% chances to go further downside, as this was the case yesterday as well. So immediately downside right here, I shorted here at kind of 50s. Of course I was waiting for a further upside, but I saw the price action I like. Resistance here at 50s, now new lows. Let's see how down can we go. I would like to hold this position potentially down to this kind of 100% of its average range from when it breaks this kind of initial balance low. Let's see, of course, any other level. This will be significant level 560s. Let's see if this holds, and then let's see how it will behave down to 500 if of course we break down this as well. So I closed this position here for 24 points. Perhaps I should have held. Let's see now if price will give us a better entry here at the kind of rebound up here for a good short position. Again, we can see initially failure to hold even within this range, so we might see some very aggressive downside. Let's see. So we can see here clear support at 600. This could be very good buy, long opportunity. I didn't though. Let's see how this range will behave, which side will break out. Let's see. I would really like to see a pullback around here, and then I will short it again. Let's see. So something very important now is that we held resistance with a dodgy candle here at yesterday's lows. If you see some of my previous videos, I comment that when we retest previous days lows in the year of 2016, we used to hold resistance. So if this resistance of this low will hold, we could see further downside. Of course, this might take some time. So let's see. You can check out my Periscope review today for the how price will set up. Go and check it out in just 5 minutes. I'm explaining live while the price was trading and what I expect. So we can see here continuous resistance, especially here to the tick at the midpoint. This is the middle point of this range as I was explaining this morning. I shorted here as well, then covered because I was waiting to see how it will develop. Let's see now, it's just chopping above and below volume weighted average price. But again, the more it holds below this and between this range and below, we have 75% chances to go to the further downside. But of course, we can see the big picture in context like here. At the moment, we hold in this kind of support of this range 600 to 900, 300 points range. Let's see which side will break it down. The thing is, more chances are for a downside move here because it's holding below. So we might see retest of this or even 500 later. Here we are now a few minutes until the US cash open. So the way I traded this is just this kind of two short positions right here. Perhaps I would have held it until this initial balance loss I was explaining earlier. The downside hasn't happened yet, but if it does, we have plenty of levels to the downside. Of course, this could probably break down straight through, but then we need to see the price action as well. So we could see some kind of 500 retest, but again, price action today is very slow, so we're still in this kind of middle of the range between these two levels, 900s and down to 300s. So let's see which scenario will play out. I would like to see if initially we have a sell move to down and hold this kind of 600s. I would like to buy it here for a potential retest of 76s or even 700s, because the more time spent here, we have 75% to go down, more downside. But the fact that it doesn't go yet and every low is getting bought, perhaps it will give us some upside initially. On the other hand, if it breaks, we could see very aggressive move to the downside. So let's see which scenario will play out. Another scenario will be initially rally up here, and then I will short it up here. But then let's see. So we can see price here sold off below 600, resistance to the retest. Now shorted here at the retest. Let's see if we break down finally this kind of level right here and we go for a 500 retest. Again, as I was saying earlier, the price was setting up for the bearish scenario, which is enabled to hold even above this and was consolidated between these now new lows. Let's see how further downside. You can see the big picture here as I was showing earlier this morning. Very important to see if we break down. Let's see if we hold this support here or if we go further downside. So failed to break down this previous day's low, bought here for potential breakout. Let's see if it does and goes up to at least volume weighted average price. So we're looking for this kind of move up to 50s or 76s. So price failed to break out above here. I shorted here. Let's see if this previous support will hold as resistance, will go further downside for a new low for the day. Choppy price action at the moment. So, but let's see. Very nice trade so far. Right here, scaled out here. Let's see if we flash down here and we go for a 500 retest. So I close my last part of the position right here. Let's see if we retest 600. Nice trade so far, but failed to go further downside. Few minutes now until European cash market close. Let's see where we finish today if we manage to retest 500. Very nice session today, easy session, very clear levels right here. As you can see, initial selling right here as we broke down of this initial support. Support clearly at 600. This would be good long, but I didn't buy it to be honest. This was good short, I shorted. This was very good short, I shorted as well, but failed to continue second leg lower to 500s. That is very important to see where we close today, because as you can see, if this closed down here or even lower, then perhaps we could see further downside during tomorrow or even this week. Again, if we kind of reverse back up, which I don't think it will, so let's see, the market holds below this 640s level, we have further good chances to go further downside to retest this kind of lows right here. So that's it for today, and thanks for watching.